Okay, so yeah, it's been a little while since my last video, but it's been even longer since I made a video with the GoPro on my head. So, what I'm going to be doing today is a little different. So, I wanted to do this for like a few months now, like maybe 3 months, but I kind of just kept putting it off. And I don't know how that's going to affect the results in the end, but hopefully it's okay, I guess. Um, but yeah, basically, I have three different things that I had sitting in my closet um, that were, I don't know what you call it, being turned into flavor extracts. In this case, lime skins, like the rinds of limes, so lime extract from organic limes, almond extract, four 16-ounce. I think these are 16. Pretty sure these are 16-ounce jars of almond extract. At least that's what it's supposed to be turned into. Now these are chopped up almonds, but these are not the usual almonds that you'd find at the store. At least not the stores around here. These are called bitter almonds, which are supposedly the almonds that are actually used to make almond extract that you can get at the store. The thing with these bitter almonds is that you can't. I mean, you could probably get them some places at the store, but in my case, I just got them on Amazon. So these are not normal almonds. They kind of still taste alright, but they have like a bitter, as the name suggests, a bitter taste to them. And supposedly, if you eat like more than, I don't know, like 8 of them in a day or some shit, it could supposedly poison you or some shit like that. Supposedly, but people take a few of them a day for like health reasons, but not too many. Now it's funny because they definitely have that taste to them, the almond extract taste, if you eat one of these on their own. But if you use normal almonds, what would be called like sweet almonds, or ones that you get at the store kind of thing, you can just eat whatever. Uh, you might get a little bit of that almond extract flavor, but supposedly it won't be nearly as intense as, and I could see that because these actually taste straight up like almond extract when you eat them. Not like a little bit of it at least. You get a good hint of it. And you can get similar, actually, I found through apple seeds. Like if you eat apple seeds, some of them at least, you'll get a almond extract kind of flavor. Whatever that stupid flavor or chemical is, that's what that almond extract kind of really is, the flavor. But yeah, these are chopped up bitter almonds, and all three of these are put in a solution of just straight like vodka, like 80 proof vodka or something. You could use other stuff, like people use bourbon and shit like that, but I just keep it simple with just some straight, cheap, clear vodka. Um, and this last one in this half-gallon jar, 64 fluid ounce jar, is vanilla extract, which so far, this is the main one that I've had success with. And it's very easy. It's just, vanilla beans that I got from Amazon. Like, I don't know what it was. It was like 50 pods or something. Like 50 bean stalks of vanilla from like, I don't know, Madagascar or some shit. Just whatever was a fair price and a good amount of them. And it's worked so far pretty well. The other two are much more experimental, and I've smelled both of at least the almond extract ones, and they smell like almond extract. They're giving that smell, though I have no idea how the taste will be. But I mean, even if the taste isn't itself amazing, as long as it has that flavor of whatever the extract is meant to be, that's kind of all that really matters. Because you're usually putting such a small amount in each dish anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And in theory, this is much cheaper to do. Maybe not time-wise, because you gotta let it sit for like, I don't know, 4, 6 months or some shit. I think I let it sit so far for like 9 months almost or something. But yeah, it's potentially a lot cheaper than buying the stuff at the store, at least for how much you get in the end. Definitely, I would say that is true for the vanilla extract. And we'll just have to see with the almond extract. Not that the almonds themselves were expensive or anything. They really weren't though. I think the bag that I got that was able to fill these 4 jars with enough that I think was like, I don't know, $24 or some shit. So it's not too bad. But either way, I'm gonna do a little process here that should in theory work pretty well, because I think that's how I did the vanilla extract originally. So the last step is going to be using this nice, I love these measuring cup funnel things with this really long, thin, precise spout or whatever, because this is incredibly useful. Like you really don't even need a funnel to fill even a small bottle, as long as it'll fit within like this diameter or whatever. This like diameter, like half diameter. And yeah, I don't know, it just works really fucking well, these things. Use one of these each, just to hopefully not what won't be the word? Hopefully not taint the flavors of each one. I don't know. I don't know what exactly word I should use there, but yeah, to not mix the flavors, I'm gonna use one each, and I'm just in the end, I'm just gonna throw them in the fucking dishwasher. So it's like, whatever. I don't really care. So what I'm gonna do is have this whatever you call this thing with the spout. This is going to be the basin, or the catch, the original, the first catch for the liquid that comes out. This will be this one isn't really even necessary for the filtering process, because first it's going to be going through this fine mesh filter anyway. But this is great because it fits like perfectly into this. And I've done it before when I've made yogurt and stuff, to strain it into more like a thicker consistency. And I'm gonna put like 2 layers, or whatever you want to call it, like 2 layers of cheesecloth. I've tried coffee filters before with the vanilla, and like it kind of works. It just takes fucking ages, and I really don't like just how annoyingly long it takes, pretty much. So apparently cheesecloth is much less fine than a coffee filter is. So I'm gonna use the coffee filter above this. Like I said, the main reason this is here is just so that the cheesecloth has something to have a base upon. And then I'm going to use this fine mesh strainer to catch the big stuff, the big chunks. So then this won't be completely, the cheesecloth won't be completely bogged down by the big stuff, and we'll be able to just filter out, hopefully, some fairly fine particles and stuff. It probably won't be perfect, but hopefully it's good enough to have a fairly decent extract that's not like filled with like particles and stuff, like bigger pieces and shit. That's the hope here. I'm probably gonna have to empty this pretty often. This fine mesh one, probably each edition. I'm just gonna dump whatever into the trash, more than likely. But then when that's all done filtering through, I'm gonna take the big original container with the spout, whatever that's called, like the pancake mix thing, put the liquid into here, and then I will use this to, I guess, do the final decanting, which would be, I guess that's the word, is decant the liquid into its final holding container, which will be these 8-ounce amber glass jars with these little, nice little plastic caps. Now the reason you supposedly want to use like amber colored glasses is because I guess these are resistant to like sun damage or whatever, or some like damage from like light over time. So supposedly it's good to have these things in this kind of like dark kind of like container to keep it, I don't know, fresher from breaking down as quickly or whatever. Supposedly, but yeah, I like them. And these are fairly big. Like I have 4-ounce ones, and those are like really surprisingly tiny. But these, or are they 2-ounce? I forget. I think they're 4-ounce. But these 8-ounce ones are really sizable, and they're very useful. And I've got quite a few that came when I ordered them. So yeah, I should have more than enough to do what I need to do here. But all right, so that will be the final step, is into the containers. I have no clue. I would imagine at most I'm gonna fill 2 of these for each thing. It's probably gonna be a fair, I don't know, maybe 1.5, possibly in the end of that's actual usable liquid or extract. But yeah, we'll just have to see. On the almond, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's got like possibly like a little fatty kind of stuff in there, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that might go, but all right. So that's the basic process that's going to be happening here. So first, I will do the lime extract, I guess. Oh shit, I forgot. These have not been opened for quite a while. Okay. I know I had a lot of difficulty opening one of these. One time I tried to open it, I was like, what the fuck? These lids are probably on there pretty good. Well, it smells very limey, at least. It doesn't smell like rotten or anything. I mean, this isn't like fermentation or some shit. This is just straight up alcohol. So almost nothing in theory could really live in here. So there shouldn't be any like rotting or anything. There might be some like potential breaking down of stuff over time, but no like rotting or fucking whatever botulism or some shit in theory. So should be fine there. But it does smell very limey, at least, so that's good. And yeah, I wasn't perfect when I originally cut the rinds off of these things. I didn't get all of the white pith off, so there might still be some bitterness to it, but I don't know. I didn't even know why I made the lime extract. I just wanted to try and mess around more with like extracts and stuff. So yeah, that was the main reason that I just randomly kind of decided to try and do a lime extract for one of these. And I have no idea what I'll use it for or whatever. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Here goes nothing. It's a very limey flavor, or a very limey smell, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I'll do these later. I'll just rinse them out later and shit. I'll rinse them out and more than likely throw them in the dishwasher, but yeah, I'll do that later. Now, let's just deal with what we got. So yeah, I have a feeling this isn't gonna have much like liquid because I filled up the container pretty well. So yeah, I don't know what the actual end amount is going to be. It's probably not gonna fill a full 8-ounce thing, but I could be wrong, I guess. I could go crazy and like try to squeeze like every little bit out of these or some shit, but I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna dump them and then rinse this off each time. And like yeah, and this is why I'm this is why I'm going to be using a different piece of cheesecloth for each different thing, because I have a feeling the flavor will combine or taint one another if I don't. So, well, I mean, this looks like strained it out pretty well, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother like trying to squeeze that out either. Fuck it. I'll put some paper towels down just to put these, and then I'll wash them by hand later. Not a big deal. All right. So it's not like perfectly. It's not like perfectly clear, but it smells, you know, pretty citrusy. I guess is what you should expect. Guess is what you should expect from this. I don't know what some of that stuff is in there, but it's whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I have no idea how this stuff will taste, but whatever. Fuck it. So let's pour this into here. I mean, it might mostly fill a one of these 8-ounce jars. Wow. It's actually like almost perfect, like probably 7.5 ounces or something like that. Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. I don't know. I like. It's not like the best smell in the world. It really doesn't give that like initial smell that it would have smelled like, which is like just straight fucking vodka or whatever. But it's just it's a pretty citrusy smell. But it's nice. Actually quite like the smell of it. Now how the taste is, I don't know. No clue. Well, one thing I should do is make sure I don't fucking confuse. I mean, if I smell it, I'm sure I'll know what the difference is, but make sure I don't confuse these for the wrong one. So I guess I'll just put that there for now. But all right, so that filled one 16-ounce, filled about one 8-ounce jar. So I have a feeling these will probably be similar, maybe a little bit more, probably a little bit more, I would imagine. So probably like a jar and a fourth or some shit, maybe even a bit more than that. So at least four, probably six jars. It's a good thing I have plenty of these. It's a good thing I have plenty of them. But alright, with that one done, I guess we'll go on to the almond extracts, which will probably be quite interesting. Hopefully not in a bad way. But we'll see, I guess. Alright. I mean, that lime extract would probably be kind of nice and, like, I don't know, adding it to like some kind of drink or something, just to give it a very limey, citrusy kind of taste, I guess. Probably wouldn't want to add too much, because who knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, I know it's just vodka, but who knows, like, I don't know. It's fucking been sitting in that vodka and the lime rinds for like fucking 9 months or some shit, so who knows what weird shit seeped into that over all that time. I don't know. Alright. I guess I'll go with the sort of weirder looking one, which has this kind of like film going on the top. Which, yeah. If you could see that, I'm not sure. I kind of know where the camera's pointing, but not perfectly. Strange. It smells kind of like almond extract. It's not like super strong, but it has like there's a nutty flavor there, but a slight bit of the alcohol kind of thing. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, let's see what happens. See what happens. Just like the others, just rinse this shit out and throw it in the dishwasher. These ones are holding quite a bit of, I mean, there's more space in between, I guess, because, you know, there's just finer chunks than the... Is there more space? I guess there'd be less space in between then. But they probably hold a little bit more liquid than the lime slices. So that's the sound of the liquid slowly draining through the cheesecloth, actually. Filtering through the cheesecloth. But as I'd imagine, this stuff has a lot more finer particles in it than the lime extract did, because of how I grinded, or whatever, not grinded them up, chopped them up. So it's probably a lot more stuff to kind of filter through. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by the end if I'd have to use another piece of cheesecloth just for the almond extract. But we'll see. I think while it's doing that, I'll dump this. I'll rinse it just a little bit. Get some of these big particles out, big pieces. And yeah, this is taking longer than I expected to filter through just one. We can make it quicker by doing this, potentially. I mean, from what I could see, it's looking pretty decent. It's not, doesn't look like it has like a shit ton of, looks a little cloudy like the liquid itself, but it's probably not too unexpected. But yeah, it's a much finer much finer pieces that are in these jars than the other ones. And do I think I could just dump all three, like, before I have to decant any? Not sure. Possibly. Possibly. Because, yeah, you can see it's a very, very fine shit kind of clogging it up now. But I want to get as much of that liquid as I can. Just the nuts. Pieces of nuts are getting stuck. Yeah, that could work, I guess. But it's more than likely going to take longer each time. When I say more than likely, I mean almost definitely going to take longer each time. I guess that's enough for that jar. Looks like a fair amount got through. Well, you know, looks like a fair amount got through, so I guess I'll do another one. Probably 3, I imagine, is going to be at most the limit before it starts touching the bottom of the strainer and then kind of losing the effectiveness of in all honesty, I probably should have done these last. I mean, the vanilla has little particles in it too, but I don't think it'd be nearly as much as this. That barely sounds like it's draining at all. Draining through it all, but oh well. I have no clue how long this video has been going on for. with that, I think you kind of get what I'm doing here. So I think I'm gonna pause the video until I'm done with the almond extract. I'll put them into jars like this, like I did with the lime extract, and I'll turn it back on when that's done doing its thing. So yeah, then I'll do the vanilla, and then that'll be it. So see you in a sec. Alright, so I got out pretty much as my patience would allow. Because, yeah, doing all 4 of those with one cheesecloth, the particles, as I said, that were in that were causing it to get real clogged up. So I pretty much had to fuck with it the entire time, but I did get out, I guess, a pretty good amount here. And, you know, all things considered, it looks, you know, fairly, not like clear, but it looks okay. I can only imagine how they do it in the, you know, the factories or whatever the fuck you want to say, that they make it, like, clear and shit. But I certainly don't have that process, I would imagine. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it tastes alright. Like, it smells fairly like almond extract. It smells just very nutty and a little bit alcohol-y, so yeah. I mean, that's kinda what it was like after a few months originally, so yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see in the end. But yeah. 2 of the jars were fucking, for some goddamn reason, incredibly hard to open, so thankfully we had this thing laying around somewhere, so I used that, and that helped a lot to get those real tough jars off. But now, well, now I guess we will decant. See what happens. See how it goes. And yeah, this GoPro head strap is pretty uncomfortable after probably around wearing it like an hour. First time I'm opening some of these other ones, because most of the time I only needed to use one anyway, so. Oh yeah, and look at, that's how many almonds were in there. Pieces of almond. All right. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of kind of stuff in there, but I think I'll just leave that in there instead of dumping it all in. I don't know. Huh. It's like a very creamy coffee or something. So how much is in there actually? What's that? I think that's around 850 milliliters. So 8 ounces. It's probably going to be about what I said. I would imagine, like 6 8-ounce jars here. Whoa! Ooh. Try not make a mess. Too much of a mess. Dump a little bit of that back in, because yeah, that was too much. Fortunately, got the jar a little bit wet. These jars are cool, but they're not the best for like pouring liquid out without spilling some off the sides or whatever you want to say. Yeah. I'll just wipe that with a little bit of a paper towel. Just a little bit. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, I mean, it's not as strong of a smell of like almond extract as, say, the stuff from the store or whatever. So I'm not sure what to think of that. But I mean, I'll just have to eventually test in the real world, or in real uses of recipes, whatever, and you know, see how it ends up. All right, I think that's enough. We don't want to go too high like the last one. Maybe it's not going to be 6. Maybe it's going to be like 4. It's going to be like 3 and some change. I mean, that's fine with me, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, as I said in the end. This may be one of those cases where it's just cheaper, easier, better a better kind of result to just get like a bulk container of almond extract online or some shit instead of doing it yourself, but we'll see. Now, it seems like kind of a waste, but I could probably fill that other one just a little bit more. In all honesty. So yeah, less than I anticipated. Is this one less than I anticipated? Which I'm kind of all right with. I didn't want like fucking six goddamn bottles of this stuff, just random shit just lying around everywhere. But yeah, less than I anticipated. That's good enough. Not a tragedy, that little amount left. I'm not gonna fill another bottle just for that little tiny amount. All right. So that's 24 ounces of almond extract, which who knows what the quality will be in terms of flavor and all that, and taste. I don't know. Taste, flavor, all that. So man, my fucking forehead fucking hurts with this fucking head strap on. It's fucking like digging into my. It's not even like, it's just like a flat, like somewhat hard plastic square. But man, as it is causing some discomfort. So the last one I'm gonna do is the vanilla. But this one I'm gonna do a little bit differently because I plan on reusing these vanilla beans, unlike the other things, because I mean, I've used them twice already, so I don't know how much, you know, like flavor is sort of left in them if I do it a third time. But this is something people that do this with vanilla often do, is they kind of call it like I don't know, forever vanilla or some shit they kind of like call it. And so like basically you could just keep reusing the vanilla beans all practically indefinitely. Like make a batch and then just put more alcohol in and then let that do its thing for a few months and then just do it again and again and again. But usually they'll add a few more beans here and there. And I probably will do that. But for right now, I'm just going to use the same ones that I've had. But I would like to not... yeah, that's what I'll do. I would like to not dump the beans themselves out, because that would be annoying. It's a little bit annoying to get them back in the jar. So what I'm gonna do is this cloth like this. Oh, yeah, this is weird. I had this cut weirdly, but it's okay. Maybe. It's alright. I'll just do a double layer and hopefully that'll work well enough. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump it into just directly into this without even the big strainer. I mean, should I use the strainer actually? Because I don't think there's anything that hurting it by doing that. Because if there is any like bigger solids in there, then it would keep it from getting everywhere or whatever. So I guess I'll just do it into that strainer anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, this funnel. This little funnel set. Wait a minute. Oh wait, no, I don't want the beans to come out. So what could I do there? What can I do there? Could I do like putting this on top of it? And no, yeah, I don't know. I think that would potentially cause some to fall out anyway. So yeah, fuck it. And this I was mostly gonna use to refill the vanilla beans one. So what I'm gonna do is a fine mesh one. Use this coarser mesh one. I'm gonna basically like jam this in here and then just pour out the contents, and that will hopefully keep the the big pieces of beans from falling out. But my hand is probably gonna get quite wet and potentially get liquid everywhere. I don't know. Oh well. Because if I do it like that, then my hand is just gonna get all wet because it's gonna be pouring that way. So a little bit challenging here. Just a little bit. This is surprisingly difficult to maneuver here. What would be a better way? A better way. Yeah, because that just feels like it's gonna not work well. So, I don't know. Now that smells like vanilla extract, like straight up, like no questions at all. So that's good. That's why I said the vanilla extract really does. It's really the most like foolproof one that I think is kind of hard to not being able to justify doing or whatever. Alright, fuck it. If any beans fall out, I'll just put them back in, whatever. I know they all won't fall out. And I don't even necessarily want to pour out every single last drop or whatever, because I'm going to reuse it, so. Alright. So I'll pick these little beans out, just drop them back in. Yeah, that was easier than just fucking trying to finagle it with some fucking other thing or whatever. That was not worth the hassle of trying to do it in some different way or whatever. Just deal with the fact that a few will dump out and don't worry about the rest. Don't worry about it. But as you can see, this one's having similar difficulty. Straining out. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, and the thing is just filled. I think that's what's going on. Which, yeah, that kind of makes sense. That was a lot of liquid. So lift this up and it'll probably start draining. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very nice. Way, way easier than that almond extract and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Almond extract, cool experiment. I mean, I have to see how the flavor is in the end. Won't really know until then. But just kind of sort of how annoying it sort of was in comparison to like vanilla extract. It's like, it's one of those things that might be easier, definitely easier, potentially better to just fucking buy from the store or buy it online in bulk or some shit, because I don't know if you're really saving that much, getting that much better product from doing it yourself in that case. It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of on the fence about it there. So yeah, that's quite a bit. Not too surprising, I guess. There's like 4. It was even less, or it was less densely packed than the almonds. So even though 16-ounce jars, even though 16-ounce jars would add up to 64, 4 of them, there was definitely a lot more of the actual liquid in this one. Does still smell pretty alcoholic though, now that it's in this container by itself. So, because those still smell very vanilla-y. This does smell vanilla-y, but it smells like alcohol too, so a lot more alcohol-y. So, but I'm sure it's just as good as my other batch of, I would imagine it's just as good as my other batch of vanilla extract I made a while ago. Alright, in this case, I probably will need like 5. Oh wait, first. Is there water on the ground? I don't know what that's from. I probably will need at least 5. Maybe 6. And I guess I might as well use this other one as well, since it's the only one that still has stupid plastic wrap in it, so I might as well just throw them all in the dishwasher for a first wash after. Fuck it. Fuck it. Damn. Yeah, so I think we're gonna need 6. Probably not much more than 6, but almost definitely 6, I think. If going by the 3 almond extract ones. Well, like I said, it's a good thing that I have a lot of these 8-ounce jars. I wasn't sure if I would need this many, but clearly it's good I have this many. I'll just put this on there for now. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know what that's for. 5, 6. Four, 6. Okay. Let's start with this one first. But yeah, I would say if you use vanilla extract often, I'd say it's definitely worth making some of your own. I think it is much more cost effective and the quality is definitely there. That one is a bit overfilled, but it's okay. It's not overfilled enough that I don't think it's overfilled enough. It's fine. It's fine. It's 1. It's like pretty much perfect. Yeah, I'll repeat it again. Yeah, if you use vanilla extract, look into making your own. It's really, really easy. Feels really pretty foolproof. And there's definitely a good quality to be had there, I think. And it's really, like, for how much you get, it's really cheap, I would say. Like, I haven't done the exact math, but I'm pretty certain that you're saving quite a bit in this instance. Alright, cool. I'm actually gonna reuse 2 jars that I used up already. Because why use new ones when I could just use ones I've already used? This one. Put in whatever's left, top off. These I could put away. Same with these caps. Really the only annoying thing with these amber glasses is the fact that it's difficult to tell how much like liquid is in there and how much more you need to fill it. But that's really the only downside of them. And I guess technically it's a lot harder to identify what's in there by look itself, by look on its own. And that's the last of it. All right, very nice. Vanilla went the most smoothly. I mean, okay, the lime went pretty smoothly too, but vanilla definitely immediately happy with the results because I could just smell it. All right, so these two that were already up there, I'll put them up there. Wow, so that's because the first time I made this, I think I used a much smaller container. And I didn't do it as long, but yeah, this time I did a full half gallon, 64 ounces. Got quite a bit out of it. So what is that? 8 ounces, so 16, 32. 48, and so maybe about 50. I'd say I got about 52, maybe 54 ounces out of that. Just this, and that's a lot. Like, these will last a pretty long time. Probably, I mean, it depends on how much you use it, but I would say probably more than a year. At least probably more than a year. And by that time, you'll have another batch of this ready. More of it ready. So it's pretty much, as long as you have whatever alcohol you plan on using, in my case vodka, which is pretty cheap, you can get it for, and you know, occasionally put in a few new vanilla beans or whatever, you'll have vanilla for days. You'll have vanilla for months. Vanilla extract for months. You know, these other ones, not certain about. I like the citrusy taste or smell of the lime extract, at least. I like the smell of that. But yeah, the almonds, I'm a little, slightly more skeptical about. I mean, now that they've been sitting there, I could smell a little bit more of the almond extract, so they might be alright. But yeah, the vanilla, definitely hard for me not to recommend somebody make their own vanilla extract. It is so fucking easy. It is so fucking easy compared to other things, and for how much vanilla extract on its own cost to buy. So it's like, yeah. Alright, so now that that's done, I just had to find a place to put those away. Make sure that I know what is what, which I guess in this case I can tell because they all smell very different from one another, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I'll just have to find a place for them, which will probably be the same place that I was keeping these. But I will start another batch of vanilla extract with the beans I still have in here. And they still smell very vanilla-y, so I think they still got at least another batch left in them before I need to add more, really. So what funnel am I going to use? Oops. That's too big. Yeah, this little funnel set is pretty nice. I think that's perfect. So then it threads onto here. This is not the most like leak-proof thing. It's fairly leak-proof, but kind of as long as it's going straight, it's like good enough. Just like, it's okay. And I don't even need to put a little mesh thing on there because it's just fucking vodka. It's just straight vodka, so no solid's gonna be in there. Well, besides, in this case, I don't know, microplastics or some shit. So I'm using this fucking the cheapest alcohol, or the cheapest vodka you could get at the alcohol store. This Traveler stuff. It's like fucking, I don't know, like $11-12 or something for this almost 2 liters, 1 liter and 7/5. But I've used this all my other times. I suppose I don't smell anything. Weird. But yeah, it's in a plastic bottle and stuff, but hey. It's been fine so far, so whatever. But now, the difficult part is just knowing when to stop pouring. Because, yeah, the amber glass makes it very difficult to tell. Unless you're at, like, the perfect angle. How much liquid is actually in there. But this shouldn't... Since a half a gallon is, like, 2 liters, this shouldn't even fill it all the way. If I'm not mistaken. So it should fill it most of the way, but probably not all the way, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, like 1 gallon is about 4 liters. So this is 1 and 7/5. So it's not even a full half gallon in theory. So this should just barely fill it to the top mostly. And it looks like that is going to be the case. Okay. Fuck. The hell? Okay. That. And where are we at? Oh, it's like impossible to fucking tell. Wait a minute. Is it? It's not all the way up there, is it? No, that's the... Is it? Wow. Wow, it is. Damn. Well, that was pretty lucky. That was pretty lucky. It filled it like just here, like just to the top. So in this case, if I put more beans in this, that probably would have been overflowing. So in this case, about just a little bit less than one of those 1.75 liter ones would fill it to the top. Like in this case, it's fucking really, it's right to the top. So not like right to the top, but like barely any room left. So that is both a good thing, but also was I didn't even see the liquid going up that high, really. Now shake it up a little bit. It's kind of better if there's more room than this, honestly, because you could shake it and the stuff will like move around better. Because you do want to shake this stuff, these extracts or whatever. It's good like every week or 2 weeks to like shake them up a little bit just to get the stuff sort of distributed better. And I don't know, the stuff that you're getting the extracts from or extracting from to what do you call it, to I don't know, distribute, move around a little bit, mix it up all a little bit. So it's good to shake this stuff, like I said, like once every week or 2 weeks or something. But yeah, it'd be a little bit better if this wasn't filled so high, but it's fine. I'm not gonna be too concerned about it. Right, good first shake. It's filled to the top. Now this will go into my closet as it was before. Or I don't know, probably until I need more vanilla extract, which would probably be quite a while. Maybe even like 2 years or some shit, I don't know. Something like that, but well, with that done, besides cleaning this up and putting the stuff in the dishwasher and then putting that on and everything, I am pretty much done with doing my extracts. I'm glad that I did that. Got that out of the way because I was kind of sort of procrastinating on it a little bit. So I'm glad I did it now. When I had Christmas Day, a rare day, I guess that's my Christmas present, is having the house to myself, because I decided not to attend this stupid party at my aunt's or my uncle's house. Stupid Christmas party at my uncle's house with this kind of crazy girlfriend and shit. And yeah, I changed my diet recently. At least it's a temporary change to try and fix some gut related issues I've been having the past few years. So I've been on strict keto diet and stuff, and there's been a lot of not so much difficulties, but a lot of changes that have occurred with that. But as well as the obvious thing up front being the drastic change in the diet of what I'm allowing myself to eat and shit for this particular diet. So going to a stupid party like that, I wouldn't have any enjoyment at all, because usually the best part of a party is like just having food or whatever the fuck. But if I can't eat most of the shit anyway, it's like, fuck it. The party would suck even more than it will anyway. So yeah, glad I didn't go. This is my idea of a Christmas day is the house to myself. It's been kind of rare to have the house to myself recently, since my mom has been whatever with her knee and her shoulder and shit. But yeah. Anyway, that was decanting some extracts, and also starting another batch of vanilla extract. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll now take this off, and yeah, I am not an AI. At least I'm pretty sure I'm not. But thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.